I tried to do a video for this last week when the interview dropped. The sound quality, I'm playing it back and I'm trying to edit it and put some pictures in, but sound quality is crap. And it was late, so I rambled. Not that that's unusual, but I rambled a bit more than I like to do. And the stories went off on some wild tangents, but this excites me. Last week, the Comics Beat published an interview by Joe Grunenwald here about talking with Mark Waid and Chris Samnee about Batman and Robin Year One, and this excites me for a few reasons. Partly because it's canon, meaning that it matters for continuity wonks. This is a story that it's not like it's an Elseworlds. It's not like it's a story that happens between panels. This apparently takes place after Batman Year One, which of course was given to us by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. Batman Year Two, which was written by Mike W. Barr, started off by pencils by Todd McFarlane, finished with pencils by Alan Davis and I think Paul Neary inks, and so after Dick Grayson is introduced to Batman's universe, to Batman's world, which is basically Batman Year Three. Once Robin is brought into the world of Batman, you now have Batman and Robin Year One. So basically Batman Year Three, which is what Mark and Chris kind of imply here with this interview. And unlike Mark's World's Finest, which you've heard us talk about that on the show, on the podcast, where Mark has given us... I enjoy World's Finest because I get classic versions of the characters I grew up reading. I absolutely adore World's Finest. I love the interpretation that Mark and Dan Mora on the bulk of the issues give me, but give the reader. And that's slightly on the edges of main DC continuity. There are some things that they kind of blur the lines when it comes to the origins of how characters meet and the renditions of these characters. But things that happened in Batman Superman World's Finest have trickled into the main DC. But this, however, according to this interview, is canon. This is Batman and Robin's first year of crime fighting. And what's neat is that you have Mark kind of, well, Bruce Wayne is going to basically be Mark Waid because they have, Mark has no children, neither does Bruce, at least biologically. And whereas Chris is using offspring as reference material, and this girl loves gymnastics, so of course there you go, using her jumping around to use as model sheets for Robin to jump around. I love that. I love the behind the scenes processing, seeing how it all comes together. That's huge with me. What I absolutely love about this series is that we're getting the DC bullet. For those of you unfamiliar with that drama, the old DC logo that was on every cover, every DC Comics cover when I was growing up, that's coming back, and I am giddy beyond belief. I am aside from being I'm a big Mark Waid fan, but I have a man crush on Chris Samnee. I absolutely love this man, and have for a long, long time. And he's a phenomenal illustrator. And I have Jason gifted me a CHRIS SAMNEE commission that he did for someone a few years ago, of Nexus, Steve Rude's, and it's in a Steve Rude type style, that Steve Rude Kirby-esque kind of style, but it's CHRIS SAMNEE, and I absolutely adore it. And I also have the 3-volume set of lunch notes, and this was a little booklet, three little booklets, where Chris would leave his wife Laura little doodles and slip them in her lunch bag so she could go to work and see the notes, and they were collected, and maybe 10-15 years ago I won a contest where the prize was a set of lunch notes, and I love them and I cherish them. We met Chris for real, Wizard World 2006 in Chicago, and I was sitting next to Vince, and we were by the elevators. This was on one of the hotel floors, but it was me and Vince, Cullen Bunn and his wife Mike Oliveri, and Chris Samnee, and I think Laura may have been in the room at the time, but Chris was sketching. He was personalizing, he was remarking, whatever you want to call it. I bought Capote in Kansas that weekend from Andy Parks. I know him as Anchor Andy Parks, but in this particular instance, writer Andy Parks, and Andy had autographed the book for me, and that evening Chris sketched in it, and with his silver Sharpie, because the interior, pages were mostly black. But yeah, I mean, anything Chris was drawing, I was definitely checking out. I'm just super, super happy that we are going to get Mark and Chris on a series again. Their Daredevil is up there as an all-time great Daredevil run for me, and there have been some really, really entertaining Daredevil stories over the years, but you get Frank Miller stuff then later on with Klaus Janson, and then he comes back, and then we get Born Again, so it's Miller and Mazzucchelli again, and the Black Widow series, which was very well received. So yeah, I'm extremely excited. These two do some phenomenal work together. I know they enjoy working together on any project. To know that Chris, who does Battober, has been doing Battober for the past few years, and I think this one might be the last one. But he's been wanting to tell a Batman story. He's been wanting to draw a Batman story for the longest time. That's finally going to happen. Yeah, I am so excited to see this series. I hope you check it out. The final order cutoff date is today. No, I'm sorry. It's yesterday. It was Monday the 23rd. So hopefully your shop will order extra copies, or you can maybe beg and plead with them and see if they can still get you a copy. But yeah, this is something that I cannot wait to see. I'm looking forward to it.